of this weekend. The She-Gulls hunting for a win that would bolster their top three hopes and blow the tie October of last year. James Thorogood, your match commentator, and delighted to have the play. A week that saw Germany awarded hosting rights for Euro 2029, a chance to glimpse some of the players who and adrenaline levels at a high-stakes clash in Germany's financial capital on Google Pixel Frauen Bundesliga. Pieces after hold-up play from Damjanovic, and now Clara Bühl one-on-one with Volta. Clara Bühl teeing up Momoko Tanikawa, and it's blocked. A lot more Momo magic down the line in the future. Franziska Kett teasing delivery causes problems. Franziska Kett, who was magnificent during both legs, had a moment in that game where it was still 0-0. That's a terrible pass out from the back, and Bayern will look to punish. Clara Bühl. Well, Eintracht Frankfurt won't get many let-offs like from the three-time defending champions. Yellow-white straight to the feet of Linda Dahmen. She spotted the space. She spotted the star player. Wasn't there on this occasion. Go. Clara Bühl. Devilish delivery in Altenburg. Really well to get something on that. Couldn't claim, but a reprieve courtesy with. Lisanne Greve, you have to say, causing her, because she tried to track the run of Tanikawa, and as a result was playing everyone on side when Bühl delivered the ball. Volta. To the byline goes Bühl. Illerstedt. Bühl's corner goes long. Kept alive, and from the captain, Glóris Vigórsdóttir, who was Get a look at the ref cam. Karolina Wacker, truth be, with just the one win. And already under the cosh here. Franziska Kett. But now again, the clearance straight to Franziska Kett. Frankfurt not doing themselves any favours here. Clara Bühl. Oh, cheeky flick of the whole way. Lovely piece of trickery. Caruso. A terrier-like midfielder. Fortunately, Lena Oberdorf, a recurrence of that knee ligament tear suffered against Köln. As Bühl with the chance! No mistake! An ice-cold finish at the end of an ice-cold move from the courtesy of the pace to get there through the legs of Altenburg. Sublime stuff from Clara. They scythe through the Frankfurt. We see how quickly the pressure forced the move for Frankfurt to break down. They were playing to their limits, and then in this the final tie that went to extra time after a 1-1 draw, and it was in extra time. Momoko Tanikawa stole the show. Looked a lot more comfortable than it was in reality. Set to take. Now she might get a chance at a brace if Dahmen tries to pick her out. She does. Bühl in space, has to head back across goal because the cross was a touch high. Wonderfully neat play by Bayern. Bühl's delivery causes life difficult for opponents. Press high, and Mahmutovic has given the ball away to Zenz, and there's a foul on Zenz from Caruso. Stems from you have to say, since joining Bayern, had really cut those passes out of her. Eroleta Mehmeti steps up. It's over the wall, but over the bar. Needed in that situation and unfortunately not quite provide of Bayern players, and that's the type of pressure that Frankfurt don't want to invite. Is now harder. Little inventive pass to Dahmen. Can't bring it under her spell, but Franziska Kett. Out to Bühl. Bühl. Shadowed inside, but finds Harder! Well, Frankfurt will not want to give Pernilla Harder of that quality. Little pocket of space inside the box. You just can't afford to give her that type of chance. But now Anyomi finds Volta in space. Kett tries to cover. Volta's cross is a good one, and Eriksson with the header. Oh, and then Frankfurt both ends of the pitch, unfortunately. Anyomi was underneath it, and with a pretty solid defensive header. Greve's look from that replay like it might have been, excuse me, haven't even had 45 minutes played, but the opening 15 were quite dominant from Bayern. The opening goal does play into their hands somewhat, because they spring forward again. Harder finds Bühl, 2 in the middle to aim for. Bühl, Euro 2029, she will be one of the stars of the tournament. And what a corner that is! A big let-off for Eintracht Frankfurt. That Eintracht Frankfurt are growing into this game. You see there, oh, it was so close to a second from Magdalena Eriksson. Save at the back post, instead saved by her. Woodwork instead. Harder, again afforded time, no one really putting pressure on her. Tries to pick out the cross to Bühl. No equaliser for the home side. Kett gives it away cheaply. Anyomi, twist and a turn. Tees up Greve. But again, a high press from Frankfurt, a bit more courage. The Bayern penalty area before the goal kick was taken, hence the retake. And again, look at the pressure that Bayern find themselves under as they try and... I don't know where those cries are coming from, but the message was, we're being held the whole time. Franziska Kett. Shot blocked, but Bühl, club and country. Ever since her shift to wing-back roles, and I can't even say left-back because he's jick moments. He also wants his team to live by their own identity, in his words. Defeat to Barcelona. It's also worth mentioning that since then, Bayern have won in the league phase, and those 3 wins include victory, a come from behind, stunning 3-2 win again, qualify automatically for the knockout stages without having to go through an extra round of playoff fixtures. That is the aim. Kett somehow squeezes the pass out to Bühl. She can't do the same to find the run of Tanikawa, but Kett will win it back. It was a successful one in the end. Elisa Zentz, lovely burst of pace to turn the corner. Freigang with the little roll back to wide. Damjanovic in the middle. Reuteler covers, but Dahmen looking for the cutback. It's going to come to Pernilla Harder. She leaves it for Ariana Caruso. Forced wide by the pass. 5 white shirts waiting for the cross. It goes low. Oh, it touch doubles Bayern's advantage on the stroke of half-time. Of the season in the Frauen-Bundesliga for Jovana Damjanovic, but this is all about the build-up play from Harder. World-class stuff in the end, and Bayern are 2-0 up at the Stadion am Brentanow-Bad. The handball appeals were waved away, but Bayern didn't stop. They kept the chance alive. Nadine Riesen left for dead by Harder. That went from back to front in the space of about 5 or 6 passes. And then a quality finish from Bühl. That one was all about the never say die attitude. Tough, might go Bayern's way if they can fashion it. Lovely little 1-2, Harder and Bühl. Tanikawa, Damjanovic, Dahmen through the middle. Bühl goes alone, look for Harder! Oh! It is just that easy when you are just that good sometimes. Like a hot knife through butter. Bayern at the end of this. The combination play Harder and Bühl, Bühl and Harder, and a supreme finish at the end of it. Half-time whistle goes at the Stadion am Brenntanow. 3 goals of real quality. A clash of 2 of German men are now making it look easy against Eintracht. Something tells me Bayern won't exactly take their foot off the pedal after the second, and then Bühl set up Harder for the third. Bayern really showing their quality, and at the break it's Frankfurt 0. Now the fact is, it is raining, it is pouring, but nobody is snoring because Bayern are putting on a show at the Stadion am quality. And already you can see the intent from the visitors, immediately putting themselves on the front foot. Immediately set a team of Bayern's qualities. They are but human after all, unable to produce the clinical touch. Here come Bayern with Bühl. Damjanovic waits, Damjanovic! It's a quick-fire double for Jovana Damjanovic. Break, and Bayern go from a comfortable position to a commanding one. Damjanovic fed Bühl, and Bühl returned the favour. In the end, it's a clipped effort with a touch to the ball, but not enough to turn it around the post. And if Eintracht Frankfurt were hoping to find the first goal and maybe spark a comeback by the 3-time defending champions. Another assist for Bühl. Assists for her today, in case you're not keeping track. That makes it 5. Lara's quality's not needed to make it 4-0, but will provide a threat and look for a 5th and a 6th. Now Harder. Greve goes diving in, and corner comes in for Frankfurt. Kvin with the header clear. Greve on the volley, but forced backwards. Neat pass to Caruso, overlapping run from Kvin. Julia Kvin teases it in. Tanikawa! That the young keeper has had to make tonight. More often than she's made the save. One of those tough keepers can sometimes face against this Bayern München side. Could even get an assist now at the other end. Tanikawa. Harder inside her. Little 1-2. Little dummy. Oh, Damjanovic with the chance for a hat-trick! Have just quashed a highlight moment. Oh, that was glorious. They had Frankfurt. Just brilliant, inventive play. No offside against Damjanovic. Either, she's certainly behind the ball. That should have been a goal. Bühl looking to combine with Harder again. They're just picking their passes now, Bayern. Bühl looking for Damjanovic, and what she had to act in, and Damjanovic denied a hat-trick. Now Bühl with the corner. Oh, Caruso underneath it, and after the match, a moment I'm sure she will take to say goodbye to the home fans. Fire against Real Madrid. No shame in that defeat. Lara felt she had picked the pocket. Carolina Vaca did not agree. She's so convinced, though, ending Lara's case, but let's take a look at this. Yeah, you know what, that's brilliant. Don't get me wrong, she does sent it over the bar. This time she's looking for a teammate. It's deft, it's not dealt with. And a rare moment to give the home fans something to get excited about. Play phase from Frankfurt in the first half, at 1-0 down. Mehmeti flitting between the lines, given the chance to... Lovely ball out wide for the run of Barbara Dunst. Clipped in. Oh, it's off the post! Oh, which is that Frankfurt have actually proven their own worst enemy at times. a really cheeky pass into the day. Free kick goes long, and just over an hour played, and while you felt like if Frankfurt got a goal back, Alara, Bayern looking for a fifth. A scoreline befitting Frankfurt, shooting themselves in the foot. This time it's Laura Freigang losing out in a ill-advised area, and Alara, well, there was radio. She gets her third of the season. Keeps scoring in the big games. She got one against Wolfsburg, one. One of the stars of the future for Bayern. Not the most eye-catching goal that she has or ever. Driven in, Altenburg out of Frankfurt. Pernilla Harder's on the run. She's got Dunst to her left. Damjanovic in support too. Harder goes at a lone little burst of pace by Harder. If anything, she would have deserved taking a shot herself there. There's really no pass on. Still Anyomi. Dunst. Caruso. Now Alara. And she does. Lovely pass to pick out Freigang, who's able to turn. She feeds Greve. Three in the middle to aim for Greve. Hangs it up, but Mehmeti can't get there. Altenburg still packed full of quality in midfield and up front, and can't tap. Well, I think it's fair to say one of those sideline mics a little too close to the Frankfurt. Romina Chiba and Jana Tulings coming on. And Yomi brought off as well, but hit the crossbar when Eintracht Frankfurt were just 1-0 down. If that goes in, to give if Bayern can find a sixth. Julie Gwynn asked a lot of goal of her own. A quick-fire double for Bayern that saw them win out in front of that record-breaking crowd. And that's something that Frankfurt simply haven't done enough of tonight. Break the grip on the game that Bayern have established. Whips it in. Oh, lovely header from Gilles, and the captain wasn't in the right place at the right time, whether she knew much about it or not. For now, though, Bayern won a sixth. Damjanovic doesn't go for a hat-trick. She was... If the sideline microphones did us a favour there, it sounded like we're going to have 4 minutes of time added on at the end of this second half. Bayern München maintain that their 6-point lead. Say Barkela's debut season on the hot seat. At times they've won when they haven't been at their best. Tonight, though, they were at